Let's talk about breaking the cycle. Yesterday, we washed up on the beach. The storm is over. The Empire's ship is in pieces, but we survived. It's one thing to make it to shore. It's another to build something worth living in when you get there. In today's lectionary reading from Deuteronomy 5, the Israelites have survived their terrifying encounter with God at the mountain, and God gives them the law, not as a list of arbitrary rules to restrict their freedom, but as a blueprint for a society that doesn't destroy itself. It's the instruction manual for keeping the community alive. Now fast forward to our New Testament reading from 1 Peter 3. Peter gives the early church the ultimate distillation of that kingdom blueprint. Peter describes what life on the new shores looks like, and here's the core of it in verse 9. Do not repay evil for evil or abuse for abuse, but on the contrary, repay with a blessing. Notice that phrase in the middle, on the contrary. Not don't retaliate, not show restraint, not be the bigger person and let it go. On the contrary, do the opposite. Run the cycle in reverse. The Empire's justice system is built entirely on retaliation. You hit me, I hit back harder. You wrong me, I wrong you worse. The Empire calls that justice, but really it's just a guarantee that the violence never ends. The trauma just gets passed back and forth forever. Peter says, step out of that game entirely. Don't just stop the retaliation. Replace it with something the Empire has no category for. Bless the person who harmed you. That's not weakness. That's the most subversive thing a human being can do inside a system built on retaliation. When you repay evil for evil, you let the Empire dictate the terms of your response. You become the very thing that hurt you. But when you repay with a blessing, you take the power back. You break the cycle. Peter finishes his thought by quoting the Psalms, seek peace and pursue it. We are stepping into a new world. The old structures are broken, but if we just rebuild the Empire's systems of retaliation on this new beach, we haven't actually been saved from anything. Be a cycle breaker today. See you tomorrow.